He's not from Malaysia, he's from somewhere else. Very international guy. Came here.
My name is Travis Isuru, and I'm a Sri Lankan by birth. I born and raised in Sri Lanka. In 2018, we started Agape Education Malaysia as a student placement center. So we actually are representing Malaysian universities, and as our region, we are handling their documentation process, student visas, arrival process, transportation, and for the good news for the parents and the students, our services will be 100% free of charge. So
Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen to this very special video by the Agape Education Malaysia. My name is Ryan Han, your host for this video. And if you just tune in with us, we'd like to welcome you and do click a like on this video. Click like on our Facebook page, Agape Education Malaysia, and do share this video out. And in case that you have any questions all throughout this video, just shoot it out, comment down below, and we can help you with it. Yeah. So in this studio with us today, we have someone very special. Someone is a good friend of mine. He is not from Malaysia. He's from somewhere else. Very international guy. Came here to have a study, and now he's here in Malaysia with us. Yeah. All right. So he is a principal counselor for this Agape Education Malaysia. Let's welcome Mr. Travis Isuru.
thank you, Ryan. Thank you for having me today, and also thank you so much for having for your session with Agape Education representing. So first of all, my name is Travis Isuru, and I'm a Sri Lankan by birth. I born and raised in Sri Lanka, and I moved to Malaysia in 2014 as a student to pursue my master's degree. And but after graduating masters, I was working in Malaysia, and in 2018 we started Agape Education Malaysia as a student placement center. So as a company, we actually are representing Malaysian universities, and as our region, we are representing currently Sri Lanka and Maldives as primary destinations. So basically, as a company, we are actually helping international students to get the admission in Malaysian universities, and also we are handling their documentation process, student visas, arrival process, transportation, and for the good news for the parents and the students, our services will be 100% free of charge. So that is what Agape Education representing now.
Lovely. So in this video we're gonna get to know more a little bit in depth on how Agape
Yes,
can help the international students. Like you yourself, you are Sri Lankan and
correct.
you come out to Malaysia, and look at you now, bro. Yeah,
Yes.
amazing. Yeah.
Thanks.
So we have a lot of countries
Mm.
in this world.
Yep.
We have Canada, we have the UK, we have Australia. But why Malaysia? Why Malaysia is considered a really attractive study attraction for the international student? Why? Maybe you can explain a bit insight on it.
I believe this is basically depend on their perspective and also their needs. But Malaysia, we believe Malaysia located in Southeast Asian region, and for education, Malaysia currently serving about 180 different nationalities come and study in Malaysia. So in any university based in Malaysia, serving about 60 to 70 different nationalities. So the university system and the education in Malaysia is very diversified. So main attraction for students to come and study in Malaysia, I would say first thing is affordable tuition fee for international students. So in any student go to UK, Canada or Australia, they'll be paying 3 times higher which they are paying in Malaysia for the same qualification and same quality. So I would say this is the main attraction for the international students to come to Malaysia, mainly for their diplomas, their foundation, to complete their bachelor's degree. So once they graduate from Malaysian university, the qualification is recognized everywhere in the world. Basically, Malaysian qualifications are recognized under MQA, Malaysian Qualification Agency. So this is the main qualification body. Once the student is graduate, the qualification is recognized all over the globe, so they can migrate to anywhere with the Malaysian qualification.
Lovely. Thank you for the insight. All right, so talk about students studying here. They come abroad from other country, like you, South Sri Lankan. Maybe you can share a little bit insight on the total numbers of the international students currently studying in Malaysia and their countries of their origin?
Um, this fact, of course, I can't be exact right, but I can give you a rough idea. So currently, the highest number of students are coming from China, so that is number one, and Sri Lanka is being number three by 2023 last year.
So who's number two?
Number two, this one, that's why I'm not too sure. If I'm not mistaken, in Indonesia.
Wow.
Okay, so the Sri Lanka is becoming number three. Like I mentioned, the Sri Lankan students are more attracted to Malaysia now, because number one reason for Sri Lankan students, it is not too far from their house, from their home. Sri Lanka and Kuala Lumpur, the flight distance is only 3.5 hours. So the students have a facility to go back to their home country whenever there's a semester break, and the parents can visit them in their university whenever the semester is ongoing, maybe semester break. So in terms of numbers, China is number one, and Sri Lanka is being number three now.
So to talk about studying, right?
Mm.
As a student, I mean, I'm a student myself before. Other than when there's always one thing where when we always go to study, is the cost.
Yes.
So compared to other country, like as we mentioned just now, like the UK or maybe United States or America, maybe Sri Lanka itself, what's the cost comparison when they come over to Malaysia, or even when they come over to other countries, or maybe compared to Malaysia?
Okay,
How's the
maybe
cost living?
maybe I would answer like this. So in Malaysia, the students have so many options when they want to choose Malaysia as their higher education destination. So the first option they can have, Malaysia also have Australian universities, UK university. For example, we have a famous university in Sarawak, which is Swinburne, which is originated from Australia, right? And the Curtin University, Miri, and the Monash University in Kuala Lumpur. So these are originated from Australia, but they have branches located in Malaysia. But the advantage is when the students come and study in Australian university located in Malaysia, they are still paying 3/3 of a tuition fee in Malaysia. So then again, they can get a highly recognized Australian degree for a affordable tuition fee. The 3 times lesser the tuition fee they are paying. Definitely, it will be more expensive compared to Sri Lanka. But what we see when the student away from their home country and studying overseas, definitely the cost will be much more higher. They are studying back home, but in terms of the talents, in terms of the skills and the qualification they get, definitely there is a difference.
So you're saying that there are more opportunities outside.
Correct. More opportunities. Students will have a more exposure. They can get to know some international students from different part of the world, and maybe ultimately the way they see life, their goals, their dreams will be different when they study overseas.
It's something like we call it the student exchange program.
Yes, that is one of
what
this. Yes,
something what are the programs is like, right?
correct.
Yeah. So currently, you mentioned like you have been Agape right now working with a lot of universities and
Correct.
colleges,
Yes.
right? Maybe you can make you name some of the top university that's currently working in partnership with Agape.
Yes. So currently, we have Australian universities, mainly Swinburne University, Malaysia, Monash University, Curtin University, and we also have Asia Pacific University, which is ranked number 1 for IT subjects, and Southampton University, UK, which is based in Johor Bahru, and we are also working with some other universities in Kuala Lumpur. So every university have their own specialties. So whenever we counsel the students, we kind of get to know their needs, the students' needs, and we propose the right university for them according so many factors. So normally that's why we normally encourage the students and the parents to join for our personalized counselings, so we can get to know their needs, get to know their budget, get to know their outcome, what they want to get after the degree, so we can propose the right university, right program for all the students. So basically, so in Malaysia, most of the universities we have under our panel.
Yeah, so I was looking through your Facebook the other day, and I realized that there's a recent award that Agape won, right? Maybe you can share a little bit.
Yes. We won an award. This award is basically for our last year performance and also as a best counseling company.
Best counseling, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so people who watch this video definitely know that Agape will be one of the best, yeah? Yes.
In Sri Lanka, we believe yes.
All right. So to talk about now, our main idea is to help the international students to actually to come abroad to Malaysia to studies and further their studies and also probably to get a living here, right?
Correct.
So can their certification when they studied here in Malaysia be used in Malaysia, or do they have to find a job somewhere else? Can it be used in Malaysia to find a work?
Definitely yes. If when the student graduate from Malaysia, definitely they can apply the jobs inside Malaysia, and also same time if they want to apply for European countries, or if they want to bring the qualification back home, all these options are open for the students and the parents. So there's no like a exact formula. You come to Malaysia to study, it doesn't mean that you must work here. You have options. You can work in Malaysia if you like to stay longer and get more experience. If not with the qualification, you can also apply to overseas countries. All the Malaysian qualification, as long as the qualification is accredited under MQA, which is Malaysian Qualification Agency, you are good to go any country.
Mm. So I like to move into something where students may face the challenges. You know, you have helped hundreds of students and some of the great stories which you're about to share later, yeah? But right now I'm gonna move into like what are the really tough challenges? I'm sure like applying for visa is not easy. I'm sure that what are the challenges that students of the international students may face when they try to apply to study in Malaysia?
For the application process wise and getting admission and the student visa, we would still say that Malaysia has a very smooth and convenient process. But I would say, as a challenge, whenever the students coming over to Malaysia, there's a big competition. It is not like 2 to 3 years ago. I would say the average competition, but right now is too. There's too much of competition happening in the job market. So I would say this is definitely a challenge. But at the same time, it is not only in Malaysia. Right, you go to Australia, you go to UK, you go to Canada, you just have to face it. It's just that in Malaysia, the lighter version of competition. So the survival rate and the student for them to survive in Malaysia is a high chance compared to other countries. But definitely the biggest challenge I would say is jobs, finding part-time jobs, and for the students especially, they only allowed to work very limited hours according to the government law. So I would say this is also one of the challenge. But despite that, there are a lot of students actually being successful and academically and their personalized life also. So this is, then again, I know this is a very generalized answer, but I have to say it is really depend on the student.
I see. Maybe you can share some of the success story that your students has successfully, Agape helping them completed the studies and they are like successful right now in Malaysia. Making share maybe one or two.
Actually, we had this is in our first early stage application. So the student is actually not from Sri Lanka; he's from South Africa. So he got the admission in Swinburne, and I was lucky enough. I also joined his graduation ceremony, and now he did the mechanical engineering for his bachelor's, and he migrated back to the South Africa, and now he's having a restaurant chain. So
Restaurant chain.
in South Africa.
Wow.
I met him recently. He came to Kuching. So he's now he's not my student. We are friends now. So he's one of them, and we also have some students who came recently, who were successfully graduate and went back home, went back to Sri Lanka and opened up their own restaurants, getting all the I would say like ideas from Malaysia, and they go back home and implement. And we also have some students start from the scratch, and they have go up in the ladder, and now they are in the good positions. So I would say as a company, and me personally, I would be happy to see everybody successfully graduating and having their own successful life after their graduation.
Let's say if I'm a international student, I like to apply for a scholarship in Malaysia. Is it possible?
Possible, but
How so?
e-
Because I thought Malaysia is only like focusing on Malaysian.
yes, currently yes. Malaysian students, local students, they have their own scholarship scheme. So when it's come to internationals, they have fixed scholarships from few universities up to 50%, and also we have flexible scholarship according to their gradings. Like for example, any international students for their A levels, let's say about 3 A's, for example, like 3A passes, they can actually apply up to 30 40 merit scholarship, which will be covering in terms of finance, will be covering about a lot of discount. So some university we have, because the scholarship is basically like a quotas, so they allocate per year. So we have some scholarship quota in 2024, which is this year, and we have up to 50% in two universities. So we normally allocate for those who are interested to get admission in these two universities. We normally get them to register with the 50% scholarship. For others, we need to assess their results. So if the results are good, of course, we are happy to apply for scholarships for them. But unfortunately, there's no 100% scholarship for undergraduates currently. We only have 100% scholarship for postgraduate students, for those who wants to come for masters and PhD. But this 100% scholarship, then again, with a lot of terms and conditions.
I see. Lovely, lovely. Okay, so before we end this video, maybe you can look in the camera. Maybe you can share a little bit of like why Agape? Why should international students go to your services? And what's the key where if they like to engage your service, where they can they find you guys?
I would say this is basically for the Sri Lankan students I'm addressing, because first thing first, for Sri Lanka we have a back office there, so they have the ground support that they get from Sri Lanka. For other international students, we are based in Malaysia. So I would say why Agape Education Malaysia is number one reason we don't charge. So the students, we normally, our general idea or we general suggestion for any students, you want to pay, please go to the campus and pay. You pay every single payment directly to the university. You don't have to pay anything to the third party. We don't charge. Our consultation is free of charge. Our counseling is free of charge. Documentation handling is free of charge. Student visa application until the approval, everything is free of charge. Pre-arrival sessions we are doing for the students who are coming to Malaysia. We do that also free of charge. And the airport pickup, and once they come over to Malaysia, we'll be meeting up with them. We bring them makan, or we bring them for food, and we bring them around the campus, and we get them to enroll. So basically, starting from the application until the student go inside the classroom, we are behind. We are not even letting them go after the classroom. We are still behind. Whenever they want to contact, definitely our phone is working 24 hours. So I would say, if anybody looking to start their education in Malaysia, I know there are a lot of options for the students, but I would say then again, if you actually want to have personalized sessions and also personalized guidance, I would say we are one of the best, and we can say this confidently because any student when they migrate, they need assistance when they are in Malaysia. When they come to Malaysia, they need assistance, because when they're coming to a new country, they are relocating, right? It is not like they're living back home, right? Everything is different. Food is different, the currency is different, route is different, the train is different, everything is different. So they need to get to know. They need to be flexible. So we are, one of the best parts about us, we give the ground support whenever the students come to Malaysia. We bring them around. We teach them how to use the LRT. We teach them how to take the bus card, and we bring them to the campus, introduce them to the university counselors. So they actually basically know, okay, I'm in Malaysia. I got my fundamental, what I would say, the fundamental, the things. I got it. I'm good to go now. And then we release.
Lovely, great. Thank you so much
Thank you,
for
Ryan.
having this conversation with me in this very special video here in Agape Education Malaysia. Hey guys, if you have any questions you'd like to ask, but don't forget, do remember to keep us posted on your questions, and we definitely can help you. And this is Agape Education Malaysia. My name is MC Ryan Han. Thank you so much for joining me, Isuru.
Thank you.
Travis Drew, my great friend, buddy.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man. Thank
So
you.
guys, check us next time in next video. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Agape Education Malaysia, your gateway to higher education in Malaysia.